reading the competition again, huh?
Yeah, have you seen this article in the Times?
Seen it. It's old news to me.
Well, that's what I thought. McGovern assigned you to cover Nancy Lawson's accident over a week ago, didn't he?
And I did.
Oh, boy.
Wait a minute, what's this old boy?
Well, Gene, I don't mean to criticize your work, but the story that you gave McGovern wasn't nearly as complete or in-depth or as exciting as the one in our competition.
Agreed. Well, so maybe what I gave McGovern was more like a telegram.
Less is more?
Let's just say that less is best. More or less, if you know what I mean.
Gene, why did you hold back with all the facts?
Because of Ben Martin. Thanks to him playing the part of a hero, he was dismissed from the hospital. You know, he was also banned from performing surgery in the first place before this accident even took place. Now, if I print the whole story, there's a good chance a lawsuit might be following.
Yeah, I know that now. I read the Times article.
Yeah, you and most of Kingsley.
Well, for your sake, I hope that McGovern hasn't.
Redland? Yeah, Walter, I'll be right in. I think he's seen it.
Good luck.
I think I'm gonna need more than that, too. Oh, boy.
Hi.
I'm busy.
Look, we've got to talk.
Deadlines before chatter.
This can't wait.
So you can write down what you want to say and just tear the pages off. We could play tic-tac-toe if you'd like to. Well, you don't have to write that answer down.
Hello. I suppose you're surprised to see me.
Nancy, is this man welcome here?
She might not even remember me.
Sir, I think maybe... Well, then, I'll be at my station if you need me.
Then you do remember. Now, Ms. Lawson, if I ruined you, would I be here today offering you my services again? No, your investment took a dive because of Vicki Lang, not because of my financial advice. It was that little redhead who was responsible for the quicksand the Canterbury was built on. No, the Canterbury would have made you a very wealthy lady if it hadn't fallen to pieces. Now, I know it leaves a bad taste in my mouth, too. But how would you like to walk out of here with 10 times what you lost on the Canterbury? Are you interested? In robbing a bank? No. No, that's not what I have in mind, Miss Lawson. See, I've been reading all about your accident. And it seems to me that no one has your best interests in mind. That you were operated on without your consent. It's hard to say save my life when you're out cold. Well, but the way you smashed up your car, Ms. Lawson, it seems to me that you weren't even interested in saving your life yourself. But accidents do happen. And sometimes people sue and come out way ahead, just like you could do with my help. by letting me represent you. See, I'm also an attorney. Didn't Fred tell you that? Oh, well, here, see for yourself. I can count on one hand the cases I've lost. Can you count your fee on one hand, too? That's good. No, well, it all depends, Miss Lawson. See, this is how it works. I investigate, I come up with grounds for a malpractice suit, and we win. And then I take a percentage of the settlement. If we lose, well, then you don't owe me 1 penny. Now, how's that? That's fair enough, isn't it? Ms. Lawson, I smell malpractice all over this case. Maybe this Ben Martin who operated on you, or even the hospital itself, but I know it's there somewhere. You could buy your...
Oh. Mr. Myers, isn't it? Thought I just left you in court.
Can't you see that I have work to do?
Will you just give me a minute?
You've already used it up. Now, if you don't mind,
Stacy, now hold on, will you? Stacy, just listen to me for a minute, will you? That's all I'm asking.
go away.
Stacy, we just can't leave it hanging up in the air like this between us.
Keep it up, and I'll be job hunting tomorrow. McGovern is already pouring it out on Jean, and guess who's next unless I get this story done? Now, leave me alone.
I've got to know how you feel about me concerning this mess with Amber.
This is not the time or the place.
Okay, how about going to lunch with me then?
I'll probably have to skip it, especially now that I'm behind schedule.
Well, how about if you catch up?
Newsroom.
Hello. May I speak to Jean, please?
Hello, Carla. Jean's in a conference. Look, could you hold on for just a moment?
Sure.
Goodbye, Gil.
You haven't answered me about lunch yet.
I don't know.
Well, how about dinner then?
Out of the question.
I'll be back around noon then, all right?
I may not be able to go with you. Honestly, I may be too busy.
We'll see.
Hello, Carla. Would you like me to take a message for Jean?
Sure would. Just tell him to come home as soon as possible. Something's come up that I think he should know about. Bye-bye.
The difference is I use discretion.
On what part to leave out? Like the entire story, for instance?
I gave you the facts.
No, gee, no. You gave me the fact. Nancy Lawson had an auto accident and a tracheotomy both on the same day. Now, the Times, they gave them all. Would you like to read our competitor again?
I already have.
Oh, well, then maybe you could explain to me why I get a single lead paragraph from one of my top reporters, while this ink spot of a paper practically prints a whole novel.
Because I was being concise and objective. If I'd written the whole story, I would have had to add my own opinion, Walter.
Then why not just a few quotes from Russ Weaver like they got?
Russ didn't even know the whole story.
Didn't know he was at the scene of the accident with Dr. Martin. He even helped the man perform the tracheotomy. Now, what do you mean he didn't know the whole story?
I am talking about how damaging this incident is to Ben. Now, Dr. Martin and whoever else was involved in this besides Nancy Lawson, look at the circumstances, why don't you?
What do you think I am looking at?
Okay, A, you have an emergency surgery performed by someone who does not have the full use of their hand. B, he finishes at the hospital what he started in the street after being told to stay out of the operating room.
That's good copy so far.
C, sure, the patient's life was saved, but we're talking about Nancy Lawson, the same woman who was on the front page of our newspaper after jumping out of some wheelchair when she was supposed to be crippled and paralyzed for life. Now, you tell me what you would have written, Walter, after some situation like that.
All right, Gene. I know where you're coming from. It seems to me she did threaten a lawsuit once, but we can't let it stop here. We've got to go on, especially after this article.
I know that, Walter.
Well, then get back on the assignment.
Do what, run into another wall?
If that wall happens to be Nancy Lawson, then get an interview with her, and then you can work your way around it.
Walter, I am trying to tell you that the woman cannot talk. Literally, she can't.
Well, then get her to nod yes or no. Or write true or false on a piece of paper, but get something.
You mind if I ask what you're doing here?
Visiting.
My sister?
She's your sister? Well, what do you know? Such a small world.
Yeah, especially when you keep running into the same lawyer. one who likes to put words into your mouth on the witness stand.
Oh, no, Mrs. Davidson, I was just doing my job.
Closing time, folks. Visiting hours are over. Hi, Miss Davidson.
Hi, Pat. Look, I'll take that. You can finish your rounds.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, well, Mr. Myers, you heard. Visiting hours are over.
Oh, yes, well, I certainly don't want to break any rules. We'll keep in touch. It's nice to see you again, Mr. Davidson.
Well, what'll it be first? You want to see which magazines I brought you or your medication? Well, why don't we go with the medication first? Nancy, I checked your chart out in the hall. You're coming along just fine. Nancy, it's a miracle that you're even alive. Don't you even know that?
I'm back.
So I see.
Are we still on for lunch?
We never were.
Well, have you caught up enough to at least take a break?
No, actually, I'm right in the middle of a story that I need to get
come on,
finished.
Stacy, you're the only one that's working. Everyone else around here they're going to lunch.
Gil, can we do this another time, please?
When? You won't talk to me then either.
Well, it's not my fault things are working out the way they are. Why don't you go talk to Amber? You two have more in common now than we do. Like a baby, for instance.
I did talk to Amber. And about the baby, too.
Great. I take back my suggestion.
Don't you want to hear what we had to say about it?
Not particularly. Look, Gil, I'm still very angry. Talking to you right now wouldn't do any good. I just say things that I'd regret later.
What, like pushing me out of your life for good?
That's another thing I have no control over.
But Stacy, you do.
Gil, please leave.
Look, Stacy, I know that you've probably lost all respect for me, and maybe even the love that you used to have for me. Now, don't say that you didn't have those things, because I know that you did.
Why are you doing this?
Stacy, I'm just hoping that you can think of me beyond the pain that you're feeling right now. And maybe you can think of us as being together again, even though we're not now.
That's asking too much, especially now.
And you're asking too much of me to put you out of my mind. It's too late for that. I can't do that, Stacy. You're a part of me.
Sometimes I wish I'd never met you.
But you have. And that's something that'll never change.
Well, Peter, this is what you've been waiting for.
Is it?
It is in writing. Lee has agreed to sponsor your Miss Lang.
Way to go.
That should really make her day, right, Peter?
Hey, her day and my day. Well, I don't know what to say to you.
Well, try dropping by personally to thank Lee. After all of this is due to him.
Oh, you bet I will. You bet I will. So, wow. Look at this. Okay. Well, it says she's gonna be on the campaign committee.
Right through the November election.
Okay.
Well, maybe we should have asked her first whether she wanted to work on the campaign.
Hey, if it gets her out of jail, she does.
You see, Peter, Lee has always been an ardent supporter of the work release program, and he's just practicing what he preaches, that's all.
Which is rare.
She's gonna be excited when she opens this envelope.
Oh, shall I get you another envelope? This
No.
is hardly...
No, it's okay. This is fine. In fact, I gotta get out of here.
Oh, you're leaving? Before having lunch?
Well, if I want to see Vicky, I got to.
Oh, surely a few more minutes won't make that much of a difference. Besides, Dave and I would enjoy your company, wouldn't we?
Of course, but I'm not sure Peter could sit still that long.
Neither am I, so... You guys don't need a third wheel around here. I'm going.
Now, wait just a minute, young man. Stop talking like that. You are staying for lunch, and that is it.
Hello there. Hey, I got your message. What's up?
Something that couldn't wait until you got home.
You're in labor.
Is that what you thought?
Yes, I drove all the way through those 4 yellow lights, sure.
Well, I haven't felt a kick out of this Redland all day. It's our other one that's giving us trouble.
Jimmy?
Mm-hmm. And our little guest for today, Eric.
Baby, if it's something they broke, I'm sure that can be replaced.
Well, I wish it was something that they had broken, else I wouldn't have to call you. Eric ran away.
He what?
Mm-hmm, but I found him, even though Jimmy promised not to tell me. Guess where he went?
Well, I'm sure it's not back to Mom's place.
No, his grandfather's.
Does Miriam know about this?
No, I didn't think it wise to get a message down to the court.
That is a very good thing, because Charles Carpenter would love to use this against her. It's a good thing for us that he was at the hearing, because otherwise we never would have gotten Eric back.
Yeah, well, that's what I want to tell you about. He wasn't there.
He was home?
No, I mean, Mrs. Lucas said he was away on a business trip.
That seems very odd to be taking a business trip now.
Exactly what I thought. Gene, there's something going on there.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, there was another man in the house. He was coming downstairs when we were about to leave. And Miss Lucas said that he was a business associate of Mr. Carpenter's.
Yeah, but what's so strange about that?
Well, if Miriam's father's away on business, what is his associate doing here?
I'm sure there's a logical explanation.
Eric's never seen this man before either.
Honey, Carpenter has all kinds of business associates.
Yeah, but this isn't one of them. It's just a feeling I have.
Look, maybe he was a friend of Mrs. Lucas and she was just embarrassed to tell you about him.
I don't think so. I'm telling you, Gene, I smell a fish out of water.
Maybe I should take you down to the Chronicle with me. It seems like you have a nose for investigative reporting.
Well, you better take Eric, too, because he was asking Mrs. Lucas questions, and her answers were not making any sense to him either.
Well, we'll just have to run this stuff by Miriam when she comes, and maybe she can help us clear it up.
Kate, Peter doesn't want to. Let's not railroad him into staying.
Oh, I am not. Am I, Peter?
Well, not really, but Dr. Phillips is right. I'd rather not hang around.
See?
Well, how about some other time? Maybe I could even bring Vicky with me.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah, well, look, thanks again for everything.
It was my pleasure, Peter.
Dr. Phillips?
Sure. Oh, don't forget now, there's still some more documents that Harold Webster needs to sign.
I won't forget.
And each one must be sent to Lee.
Okay, everything's sent to Mr. Carruthers. I'll tell him.
That's right. And it must be done properly because Lee is getting some special publicity because of...
Yes, he would.
Okay, everything hand-delivered by me. Got it, no problem. See you later. Thanks
Bye,
again.
Peter. Well, I guess we better get started with lunch.
We don't have to right away.
Don't you need to get back to the clinic soon?
No, Ben's there. He knew I was going to be with you, so he said to take as long as I wanted.
How considerate.
Yes. More than we've been to each other now. Do you mind telling me what's bothering you?
Why, Doctor, I'm fine.
I'm serious, Kate. What is it?
You really want to know? I am famished. Let's eat, or I'll get started without you.
You think you'll be home when Miriam comes to pick Eric up?
Oh, probably not. I've got a lot of interviews I need to take care of this afternoon.
I hope one is with that mysterious Mr. X that was at Mr. Carpenter's. Would like to know who he is.
Well, I'm afraid Russ and Ben are in line first. I'm going to have to stop down at the clinic next.
You still writing about that Nancy accident?
I sure am. You saw the Times, I hope.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my governor wants me to do a follow-up, and I'm just not in the mood for it.
May I make a suggestion?
Well, why not? Everyone else has.
Oh, it's just about what I'd like to see in print. Something I would like to read for a change.
And that is?
Good news! About Ben getting an award for what he did.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a piece of top-notch surgery.
Then write about it.
Then, look at you. You're promoting yourself from investigative reporter to editor already?
Oh, a little ambition never hurt.
Oh, never heard. You never say that about my work after I pull those long, odd hours.
Oh, it's a little, not a lot. Baby, I know you want to be one of the best. But just remember one thing. Even though I may sometimes complain and grumble about your hours, you are the best for me. Always.
Number one.
Absolutely. And I'm being perfectly unbiased.
That's about as unbiased as my mother, too. At least you don't clip and paste everything with my name on it. You just hurry up and get over here with my lunch, woman. Hey, you know I might stop by to see old Harold, too, and maybe he'll have some answers to this Mr. X you keep talking about.
Well, that was quite a lunch. Rose is quite a cook.
Yes.
Would you rather I left now?
I'm not running you off.
You're not encouraging me to stay either. You racked your brain all through lunch trying to find conversation.
Finding me boring already.
I didn't say that. Kate, what's happening to us?
Nothing. It's just that I think it's your imagination. There are good days and not so good days, and maybe this is one of them.
Well, why don't I change this to a good one? I'll take you out to dinner, we can go to a movie. What do you say?
Dave, I don't think I really want to go out tonight. Why not here? And I promise to be more.
Talkative?
I'll try.
Well, some other time.